Wait, so Buggy the Clown is the future king of the pirates?
Always has been.
You know, they say it couldn't be done. You know, they say you can't make a picture meme into an audio meme.
They said it was impossible.
We are pioneers.
We have turned a revolution.
We have revolutionized memes.
This is our story.
Are you going to do the summary this week? You should do it.
You want to do it? Last second decision.
Sure, yeah.
Shit, hell yeah.
We watched episodes 95 to 97 this week. They were cool. Here's a summary. Listen to it, idiot. Up in the sky, a vortex of fire and smoke rises higher and higher. Ace and Smoker brawl it out until they realize that their devil fruits are evenly matched. With his little brother now long gone, Ace thinks he no longer needs to stick around and breaks away from the fight. Except, as it turns out, Luffy was too busy marveling at the spectacle that he manages to get left behind again. Ace spots him, and the two have a lovely reunion before heading off to find the rest of the gang. Ace explains that he's since joined the Whitebeard Pirates and is hunting down one of his old subordinates, Blackbeard. You see, Blackbeard here committed a grave sin, and by killing a fellow crew member and abandoning the Whitebeard Pirates. And now Ace is responsible for finding him and bringing retribution upon him. Turns out the gang and Ace are heading the same way because of this, so for the time being, Ace is going to tag along. Temporary crew member. And man, is this journey a treat. Luffy starts a dojo, Vivi explains the recent history of Alabasta, and we also get to learn much more about the dangers of traveling in this country. But more on that later. I guess we should start, but I'll tell you about that later. I forgot to mention that we're starting.
I mean, I was bravo, Christian. Yeah. That's like the second or third one, right? Something like that. I don't remember.
What?
You?
I'm so confused.
Don't worry about it.
Just Dylan, just cut everything. Cut this cast. Cut the whole
we have a little thing here. What's called haikus. Did you guys write your haikus? No?
No, I forgot.
One job.
I mean,
I don't know how to write a haiku. I'm sorry. I went to public school.
I say, to be fair, this is where I'm at. I made one, but I'm not. My heart's not in it. All right, I struggled a little bit.
Just say
as
it.
Much as no, I don't want to.
7 syllables in the middle. You get 5 for the first and last line. If you're not poetic, no need to fret it.
I'm just saying I want to do it next week because I feel like next week we'll have better episodes to do it with.
All right, well, mine's pretty simple. Christian, you got one?
I'm making it right now. Hold on. I got 2 lines already.
Do you not know who we are? This is what we do. What's your haiku, Mr. Fucking Man over
All right,
here?
I got you. I got Luffy be hungry, Ace dropping his new mixtape, Anakin hates sand.
That's pretty good.
Haikus are dumb.
I mean,
I'm just waiting for this man Christian to finish.
So while he's doing that, we saw a Panda Man this week. Did you guys see it? I saw it.
There was 2.
There's 2, actually.
Really? Oh, I only saw the one.
They are back to back, in fact. Well,
Really?
maybe not like back to back, but
They're
the same episode.
essentially all back to back in the same episode.
Yes,
Oh, I didn't see
sir.
the second one. I saw the first one where he's next to the fruit stand next to one of the Baroque's Works goons.
He's also on one of the Billions' pirate crews.
Oh, I didn't see that.
All right, I'm good. Vivi got stupid. Luffy lost all the supplies. Where are all the memes at?
There you go, right there. IGN, give this man a 10 out of 10. He got $10 for you.
Thank you. Yeah. Woo. I've been waiting my whole life for this 10 out of 10 IGN score.
Here's my haiku. Ace hunts Blackbeard down. Kung Fu dugongs be sweet. That plant from Star Wars. That's what
I don't know why he was so hesitant. That was pretty good.
I really wanted to include Star Wars because that's the first thing I thought of when that stupid fucking plant came out of the ground. Was like not the good Sarlacc pit, but the fucking shitty re-CGI'd Sarlacc pit. That's the first thing I thought of.
General Kenobi.
So anyway, we watched One Piece this week.
God, dude, Dylan, can you please just cut everything that's happened so far?
We don't need to cut everything. I feel like there's some good in there.
There's something good in there. Oh my god!
I feel like these episodes are very reminiscent of how we're going through this episode right now, which is fucking dragging on and slow.
What? Hell no.
You're a little wild for that one.
I don't know. I just felt bored throughout most of it, like where there's a lot of not anything happening.
Hey, Dave, remember that episode 31, 33, the 93 you liked?
What about it?
That was a filler episode.
Stop that.
You've been godded.
It's all filler?
Always has been.
Always has.
So that's a good example of how the filler differs from most shonens. It's really sprinkled in there, like one episode here, one episode here. You'll really rarely ever notice that you're watching filler.
It felt like a lot of stupid shit was happening just for the sake of it happening. Like it had no real purpose.
Wait a minute. We got to know what Ace is out here doing and why he's chasing Blackbeard. We got to get the background into the Civil War with Alabasta and the details surrounding its king and Crocodile. We got to hear more about the rain powder that you were like kind of interested in when it first got introduced. What exactly about this were you unsatisfied with?
It was when they were in the desert. I just didn't really care for everything else. It just felt like there was like some dumb gags that were repeating over and over again, and it wasn't as entertaining. Such as the Vivi being dumb. Let's jump right into that. Vivi being dumb was ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a little.
The fact that the one person who lives here would think that you would like basic common knowledge would explain to people, like, I don't know, bugs are venomous, or I don't know, there's giant lizards that like to kill people, and they typically run in packs. How does she keep forgetting all this shit to tell people?
She's been away for a while. I'm not expecting her to have perfect memory.
She remembers the exact path that they have to walk for like an entire week to get from the port city to this random no-name city.
I'll tell you how to get to the 7-Eleven. I'm not going to explain to you the roads. I'm like...
Going to 7-Eleven and crossing a continent are two separate things.
I know that...
If I knew that there was a homeless guy on one corner, and if I talk to him, I'm going to get stabbed in my ass by another homeless guy, of course I'm going to remember that experience for the rest of my fucking life.
Nope.
That is not comparable at all.
Nope. If I'm away for like 5 years and then I come back and be like, all right, there's a homeless guy there. You should probably... Oh, he got stabbed already.
Take a left at that homeless guy. That's how you
take a left at the homeless guy, but don't stop because the second one will kill you. Like, I'm sorry, you remember details like that, especially when you're going home from 7-Eleven.
No, I can see Vivi's point of view here. She's got way too much on her mind, all right?
I'm gonna offer up a simpler explanation here. She's been hanging around Luffy and the gang too fucking long.
The dumb is spreading. It's spreading.
That's why she sent Karu away.
Also, you guys are acting like this is a serious thing. They obviously was like, this is a meme. We're gonna meme this.
Like, geez, can I just like chime in for a second? I actually kind of feel like these were somewhat like Vivi's eps. Like, we got to get more in-depth sort of understanding about her struggle, and she got a chance to like explain to the whole crew about the circumstances of the country. And she got like a shitload of gags in a single ep. Now, I'm not saying it was a great gag, but over time, like I really liked the last one with the I totally forgot.
Sorry, I guess I must have forgotten to mention that Sandora dragons always hunt in pairs. Get with it.
Fucking get with it, bitch. Like, what are you fucking talking about? I was kind of on board for. I mean, I'll be honest. I think I'm going to be in the minority, so I'm just going to say it. I was prepared to give Vivi the ham this week, but
no,
golly,
dumb bitch don't get no ham.
Golly,
damn, I would have been on board. I would have been on board.
We'll get back to this eventually, I guess. But okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to chime in.
A lot of Vivi hate going around, right? I'm just trying to say.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, jeez.
Ain't no reason to take it so seriously.
It's one thing with like the small dumb details, like scorpions. Sure, I could understand how you forget that. It's a small thing, but when we're talking about this massive fucking lizard problem, and then you add a second massive fucking lizard problem on top of it, and you forget. That's like saying, oh, I forget that the bus comes at 10, but there's also a second bus that comes at 10:20.
Oh yeah, what? Forget that all the time.
Wait, you're talking to the guys who live in about forgetting.
I know.
What time the bus
that's
comes.
the point.
Don't be doxing us.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be doxing us.
Don't be doxing us.
Yeah, let's dox the 2 guys out of the 2.5 million people that are fucking there.
All right, let's everyone take a step. There's a lot of emotions going on right now. We got some Vivi hate, we got some Vivi understanding. Let's talk about something that isn't Vivi. All right,
let's talk about these kung fu turtles.
Fuck
hell
yes.
yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
This is the best explanation for I was wondering how they were going to get away with this, because like my thought, like when I first like saw them like show the map, I was like, okay, they're going inland. Who's going to stay with the boat? Because that's just like the easiest way to lose your boat, especially in a pirate themed campaign where people are probably stealing boats all the time. And then I wrote down specifically, this is the fastest and dumbest explanation why they are able to leave their ship unmanned. It's the fastest and dumbest. Kung Fu Dugongs.
Yep.
Word for word is what they're called.
Yep.
And Usopp gets iced by them immediately.
Don't you see how that goon jumped up? He was like, dude, bro, I could handle this. And then Vivi's like, no, wait, stop. You don't understand. They're gonna kick your ass. Like before she could finish.
But the thing that rounded it all up is the fact that they were doing like they didn't just call them like kung fu dugongs. It was like they're kung fu dugongs that did karate, that did Japanese and karate things, such as like everyone stand in a line and go us.
I wanna like actually like peel that moment apart for a second right now. I want to dissect that. Literally, Luffy jumps out there and like challenges one of them, beats him up, and then they all start. Then one of them gets like starstruck, and then it pans out, and they're all getting fucking starstruck over Luffy. And I don't even know for sure if Luffy even heard Nami or Vivi, whoever fully explained, no, once you beat them, like you have to become their master. Luffy just immediately, without a fucking second thought, starts being like, all right, now everyone.
Right, everyone after me. Now punch. No, like this. Yeah, now harder. And now left, right.
Go like this and like this.
Go like this.
Punch like this.
But like the funniest part to me was like when they were doing the O's, but they did it in like a weird, cute way of doing it, because like that's an actual breathing technique used in like karate.
Yeah.
And they just like changed it slightly to match these sea otter turtle things.
Bro, Devin, I don't think you realize the number of times that I've seen Kung Fu Dugongs as like stickers and shit at Comic-Cons that we've gone to is like immaculate. I should get you one sometime. Now you've seen
Are they really that prevalent in the show?
Well, these guys are like prevalent, like the Squirtle Squad is prevalent. All right, it is only one episode, but Jesus Christ, does it last?
I'm behind, dude.
Fucking love those Kung Fu Dugongs.
We need a Pokemon crossover with the Squirtle Squad.
That's what I'm saying. They just slightly tweaked the name so they don't get copyright striked.
They literally just made green Squirtle, but with like a little bit of Bidoof in there, and said, there you go. That's it, Kung Fu Dugong.
And also, it's a Dugong, but not an EW. It's just the U.
Speaking of Pokemon, though, if you looked at the ED, you could see a Magikarp in the water.
Yo, what?
Wait, was there?
There was a magic. Oh, well, shit. Jeez, no, that's.
Holy shit, this just made a lot more sense for the Pokemon universe, why they keep finding new islands. Fucking Pokemon universe is in the Grand Line. No wonder they find these new islands.
Kind of makes sense, to be honest. Oh,
Shit.
so hold up, wait. I have a hot take here. I kind of wanted to start this hot take in the beginning, all right? But I kind of
Go on.
hear me out now. Hear me out. Umbrella Academy is the prequel to My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Okay. Now, before you say anything, let me continue here, right?
Sure.
Umbrella Academy is about a bunch of babies born with powers. How does My Hero Season 1 start?
Ooh.
The narrating a baby was suddenly born with powers.
Oh.
Glowing,
Okay.
though, specifically.
Right. Doesn't matter. Powers. The tech in My Hero is clearly too advanced for modern times, our time right now. And little ribbon on top. What are the initials for Umbrella Academy?
Oh my god.
What's the school that My Hero takes
This
place
is
in?
some stretch of a fucking...
Are you kidding me? All the pieces finally fit into place.
Your move, smooth brains.
Oh my god.
Smooth.
I'm about to finish the first season, but now I don't feel like I need to watch anything. I feel like I should just read My Hero from now on.
We haven't seen any form of time travel, though, in My Hero.
Yet.
Oh, no.
Anyway, yeah, that was my hot take.
I'm not sure why that needed to be in this episode though. Why did that need to be on recording?
Yeah, we're done. We're done with the One Piece cast. We're just gonna go straight into the My Hero.
I mean, it was honestly a stupid thought I had, and I was like, I need to share this.
It needs to be on recording.
This needs to be said.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
On a platform.
Just take this whole section out and move it to the very end of the cast and be like, yo, you don't want other things though? I gotta take this off my chest. You have no idea how long I've been thinking of this.
Christ.
All right. This is the first time we're going to start seeing the narration and the map.
Every time they start to kind of like get towards the climax, they're going to start like, well, maybe not towards when they're halfway through the rising action, I'll say. They're going to start bringing on the maps, and they're going to like even like start to like draw them around to explain like where everyone is and how they got there, or like where they went and all that kind of shit. Super fun. I actually find it very interactive because it also like helps to remind you, if you are an episodic watcher and you forget what the fuck is happening, then it'll just kind of quickly, really briefly be like, character went there, then they went there. I remember everything now.
I still feel that it's kind of weird how they haven't shown us the full continent. They're only it feels like they're only showing us like a port.
Because it's not important yet.
Well,
but that's what I mean. It's kind of like one of those things that's kind of bothering me because it's like I want to see the full continent, zooming into where they are and then seeing their little adventure throughout the full continent
I'll say
size.
this,
but like,
Devin. I might be wrong, but Alabasta's like one of, if not like the biggest continents in the Grand Line. So I think one of the reasons why they do this to you, because there's a lot of maps that they'll show where they will show you like the whole battlefield, so to speak. Alabasta is kind of a unique case where they go out of their way to like not show you it, and I don't think they're ever going to show you the whole thing.
I think this is early on where they don't really use the whole map.
Yeah, like all of the prevalent locations are like gonna be within like that half space that they always show on the map. So I'm just saying, like, if you got your hopes up to like see the whole continent, I don't think it's ever going to show the whole continent. And I think that, and I'll also say, if this matters to you, that I think Alabasta is unique in that case, because I'm pretty sure every other map I can think of shows like the whole wherever they are. You know what I mean?
They're a lot smaller. So how do we feel about these two goons fighting with the fire food and then the smoke food?
I think it's badass.
Fuck
I
yeah.
love
I like
Smoker.
the color palette that they changed when they show the fire mixing into a vortex on a smoker, because you see there's like a red orangish hue on him when he's watching his smoke burn. That was really interesting, and you could see like it's a slight like color palette difference because he's still far away from the fire.
Since the show hasn't like fully divulged like all the information regarding the people who have these sorts of devil fruits, what I find very fun about these is that exactly what Devin said. They show the battle sequences, and it's really mostly just kind of like colors conflicting with each other to sort of give you this like sense of, conflict or whatever. Now, I also vibe more so with actual like full on choreography and animation, but there's going to be time for that. For right now, since we have Ace and Smoker with the only two known devil fruits that work the way they do, it is really fun to kind of see them sort of, their version of battling is that they make a giant fiery smoke tornado that has all sorts of crazy colors to it in the sky. It's really cool.
Yeah, because it's not a fight of physicality, it's a fight of the powers and seeing who can overwhelm the other one. And so like they're just sitting there waiting for their power to be overwhelmed or to overwhelm the other one.
Yeah, and they know that immediately, which is why they kind of stop as soon as they start fighting.
We're going to be here for like literal days, just fucking...
It's really just a problem of the fact of the elements that they control too. Like if Smoker had water, it would just be over, allegedly. But he's smoke.
Which, to be honest, I'm honestly on the team that Smoker should have the upper hand here, because he could snuff out Ace's fire.
I was thinking the same. Smoker, but it just means that Ace is a stronger character in theory then, because of the fact that his fires aren't smothered out by Smoker's smoke. So theoretically that should point to the fact that Ace is a much stronger character, despite the fact that I love my boy Smoker to death, and he's absolutely the most badass character with the absolute 600 IQ plays that come in at the end of the episode.
Dude,
my God.
Can we just like take a second? Smoker, please, my guy. You spent so much of the last we didn't even talk about it really last podcast, but the last couple episodes and this couple episodes, he spends so much time trying to understand what the fuck Luffy is doing. and I just want to yell at him and be like, my guy,
There's no plan.
there's no plan. He's a fucking
He hasn't been affected by the
moron.
dumb, though. You're forgetting about the dumb
There is
disease.
a plan, though.
Luffy's so dumb. It's almost like what they said about the Americans in World War II. You can't plan around someone who doesn't have a plan.
No,
But
dude,
there is a plan.
Well,
He doesn't know that he has a plan, though.
there's an objective.
it's just so funny to me that Smoker is spending so much time. Like last episode when he's chasing Luffy, he's like, "What are you doing here in Alabasta?" And then he's like, "I gotta kill some crocodile guy." And then Smoker immediately, like his ears are perking. He's like, "Wait a minute, one of the 7 warlords. What are your ties to crocodile?" He's like,
Well, yeah, he's doing his job as a marine police.
Goddamn, Smoker is the definition of a noir detective.
Yeah.
Both in the physical sense and in the metaphor is he's constantly smoking.
and then that's why.
Dual wielding, no
Yo,
less.
that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a rival though in Crocodile. Crocodile fucking lights up too a lot. So
Yeah.
maybe that's just their final battle. It's just to smoke off.
if they vaped off, who would win?
They just
That's the real question.
they have a vape competition. I mean, Smoker wins that because he can literally control the smoke. But oh, dude, oh, imagine Smoker in a vape contest, bro.
Dude, the amount
Man,
of crazy
fucking
shit.
modern day Smoker. He's got a vape pen.
Hold up. Gandalf versus Smoker. Gandalf can control his magic. Who would win in a vape contest? We gotta know. Guys, vote on. We should put a poll up on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll
see
put a
if
Twitter
anyone
poll
fucking-
up and
see who
have
thinks-
our one guy. Oh,
Sure.
I'm going in on Smoker.
At Panda Sightings.
I'm going in on
hashtag.
Smoker for the record.
I am also gonna go on Smoker on that one, dude. No way, for sure.
I don't know. Gandalf's a god, technically.
Okay, so this scene where Ace takes down the Baroque's work ships.
It's nuts.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I find it badass. I mean, I don't think for a second that anyone really thought that anything else was gonna happen. But I mean, I just love seeing Ace do fucking Ace
It's
things.
also, I mean, it's fire against wooden ships. Like, what else do you need to know here?
they done, son.
I like the fact that they actually showed the fact that fire actually burns wood.
No, but I think what I liked more than the fucking Ace doing his Baroque work thing was when he first showed up to the ship in general. I really like the stupid little dynamic that they have when he first introduces himself to the whole crew or whatever, and then like he's like, "Oh, why, how's it going to you guys?" or whatever, and then they're all like, "Oh, it's very nice to meet you. It's no trouble at all to have you." And he's like, "Oh, I know that Luffy can be a son of a bitch. I know he could."
He's constantly apologizing.
Yeah.
He's acting like an older brother, though, so it kind of makes sense. Now, I'm still kind of annoyed at the fact that I still don't know if he's actually biologically related, but
Well, he's got the D after all.
They both have the D.
The brothers D.
the big D.
All right, so
This sounds so weird.
What?
Wait.
you don't like
Before we
talking
get
about
too far
Ds?
away from Ace,
Uh-huh.
you don't get a whole lot of good looks at it. But why is there an 8 in between on his tattoo? His tattoo on his arm is A8CE.
It's an S actually.
Oh, it's an S?
yes,
Oh, wait, how is it an S?
It is an
There's
S.
connection.
it's crossed out.
It's crossed.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense, I guess.
Does it?
Does that have me? Well, I mean, as to why it looked like an 8 to me.
So I look like an A.
If there's a line, a slash through it connecting the anyway, that has significance. I'm assuming then.
Yeah,
especially if it's a crossed out S.
This is something you won't actually find because the author just does it as like a backstory thing. He tried to get a tattoo of his name, but forgot how to spell it, so that he just crossed out the S.
No way. Shut up. Be my dick. There's no way that's the reason. Ace is a smart guy.
But but you'll never know, can you?
If that was Luffy's tattoo, I'd say yeah, sure.
They are brothers after all.
Nothing. Are they though? I will accept that for now. Sure. I do not believe it for a second, but I will accept it.
Good.
Speaking of Ace and his costume design, I really dig his new, Naruto coat with the flames on the bottom.
He uses fire, guys. Get it?
Yo, dude.
No, but like going back from like how I liked his original design where it was like more Western looking because he had a coat on. I think it's the coat that makes the difference from my perspective of liking him. Like just seeing how like he just looks more badass with the coat on.
He's cosplaying as Guy Fieri.
That's Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
He's gonna take him to Flavor Town. Little did you know.
The next time we see Ace, he's gonna have fucking frosted tips.
He did take them to Flavor Town because he roasted that lizard.
True. It took not only did it take 3 goons to take down the other one, Ace did it single-handedly and he cooked it at the same time.
Speaking of cooking the lizard, when Sanji starts like cooking the rock, like
Yes,
cooking
yeah.
it on the rock,
Go on.
I'm just sitting there going like, how fucking hot is it there that they could literally cook it on a rock?
They said 50 degrees Celsius at the top.
Okay, so I'm a public school moron. What is that?
It's like 130-ish degrees Fahrenheit.
Now, what is the temperature needed to cook meat?
Haven't you ever cooked an egg on your hot car?
Yeah.
No! Why? Why would I ever do that?
Let's be clear here. The air is 50 degrees Celsius, but the rock absorbing all the heat is going to be much hotter.
Yes, that's how that works, Devin.
So you're telling me that if he sat down on that rock, he would have gotten 3rd-degree burns?
Yep.
Potentially.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never been. You own a car, right? You've never like sat on a seat.
You've never like touched your hand on a black car and been like, ow, this hurts a lot.
Not enough to cook the meat immediately.
You don't know how long they were standing there. Chopper had one, and that could have been cooking for like 15, 20 minutes already. And then they're seen cooking another. And nobody eats that one because they get fucking blown away by a sandstorm or whatever
Not to
happens.
mention
I don't
that
remember.
since they're traveling with Ace, if it wasn't hot enough to start with, he could have just been like, that's like a metallic rock right there. Let me just take my finger and there you go. Now it's a frying pan.
All right, now it's 500 degrees.
Now it's 500 degrees.
Also, to backtrack real quick about Ace making things hot, just when he gets on the ship again and like that scene ends, but just before he like lights Sanji's cigar, that cigarette that's in his mouth, and he gives him like the wink, like we're gonna fuck later. I love it.
We're gonna fuck later.
We're going smash.
That's a new ship. Haven't heard that one yet.
I'm gonna light a fire under your pot, if you know what I'm saying. Mr. Fry Boy.
God, dude, stop. I hate you.
Oh my
I'll take it.
god.
Man, for being how ripped he, let's take him down a peg though. For being how ripped he is, he goes even in an arm wrestling contest with Luffy, the noodle boy.
Again, Luffy can't build muscle. He's just impossible for the goon. So, put that into account.
True. I take it back.
Except eventually he kind of does build muscle just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of muscle, actually.
sure he does.
The most recent, I saw a screen cap of Luffy shirtless in the most recent part of the anime. Holy God, did they make this man swole? Holy God.
No
I
spoilers.
don't want to know he gets yoked.
He's not that yoked, all right?
Is he like Zoro?
All right.
We got to be careful here.
No
We got to be
questions.
careful here.
No questions.
Treading on dangerous territory.
Things happen. All right. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
At the beginning of episode 97, everyone gets to cuddle Chopper, and I just can't help but wish I was there too. When they're getting cold, everyone's just like, yo, Chopper. At first, I was like, yo, why don't you like pop a rumble ball, go into your shield mode, and then everybody can be nice and cozy.
But they can only do it for 3 minutes.
I know. Hope he's stocked up on jawbreakers. Trying to stay warm all night. I also want to know what Chopper was even going to do with those quote-unquote sick birds, because he's a doctor, not a mechanic.
Okay.
And everyone knows birds aren't real.
Wait. Oh. I was going to say, there was a lot that just happened in that sentence there. I think the only other thing that we could talk about, but there's not really, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, is the details surrounding the Civil War and how good old Cobra has been framed. Do we have any hot takes that Cobra is not being framed? All I'm saying is we don't really know much about this Cobra guy.
But imagine the storytelling of, hypothetically speaking, if he is the bad guy, let's justify it like this. So if in the theory that Cobra is the bad guy secretly, he has been taking advantage of this green water stuff. So seeing Vivi maybe come to that revelation later on of catching the bad guy would be actually pretty interesting, because then she'd be able to change it to make the country better without using the corrupt ways that her father's using. It's one of those like plot twists that would actually be pretty interesting if that is the case.
That's all I'm saying. That is the seed I would like to plant.
Let's take it by name here. Have you ever met a nice person named King Cobra?
I know I haven't.
And his first name, Nefertari, is pretty close to the word nefarious.
Nefarious. He's named after a snake. I'm just saying, like, there's some serious signs there. Don't count him out yet.
What I'm probably wondering though to see is that, seeing how we know the science of the green powder or whatever it is, like how it skips, like, takes the rain from another continent. Well, we do know that this continent hasn't had rain in 3 years. Mm-hmm. Maybe what if Cobra is the good guy? That would mean that the neighboring continent where they get their clouds from, is just based off of what they've explained, is using the green stuff to fuck them over intentionally, and maybe they're being controlled by Baroque's work. That's what I'm thinking. But I feel like that would be almost too obvious. I kind of prefer the idea of Vivi's dad's an asshole, because it gives her a reason to become the queen.
Devin's making some leaps. He already knows what happens at the end of the arc.
They're not too far jumps.
I mean, it's literally this part of the arc. It's literally her. The story is hers. This has nothing to do with finding the One Piece. This is just them doing a little side quest.
Facts.
Okay, so there's a note I've had for a while, and I've always been just looking for a good moment to explain it. You guys know the character themes, right? The one with the little eye catchers in the middle of the episodes?
Yeah.
Some of those don't have dedicated songs, and they're taken from theme songs of other characters.
Wait, what?
An example would be Usopp's Little Jingle. Usopp's Little Jingle is taken from the end of Nami's theme. If you listen to Nami's theme, at the very, very end, there is Usopp's theme. And I'm guessing they either never dedicated one specifically for him and try to find one between all the soundtracks, and then they ended up with that one, and now it's that's dedicated for Usopp. Mm-hmm.
Because he's not good enough to have his own.
Damn.
Doing my boy dirty.
Your boy Usopp's been getting done dirty for 20 years.
It is pretty much only Usopp so far. They already have the next character's theme song ready in the CD. Yep.
God damn it.
And then in episode 97, when Luffy's running from the lizard creature, right? They play a song, and I only know this because this is one of my favorite songs of the series. They play a song for the first time here, and it's actually the end bit of Sanji's fighting theme. It's called Shinken Shobu, I believe. And it translates to the word safe, and it's just a little jazz tune. You guys know what it is. You've heard it a million times.
Sanji has like the best theme song in my IMO.
And the end part of that song is actually the jingle for a future crew member's theme song.
Oh.
And just a little sneak peek. It's the one that drinks soda. All right, it's the one that drinks soda.
Yes,
just putting it out there for you people who know what that means.
Wait, quick question. If he drinks soda, do they get sponsorships?
Maybe.
All the time.
A little bit.
There's going to be like a Coca-Cola brand imprint in there.
You joke?
Better do some Dr. Pepper.
You don't know how close you are to the truth.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
They do that all the time in anime.
Eventually, when we get far enough, I can start showing you guys really good sponsorships that they had, and they're like really good.
Yeah, there's some pretty good ones out there.
I speaking of the foreshadowing new characters, they do bring it up how Luffy's still looking for a musician, and I'm really hoping to see like a really cool like devil fruit ability based off of like almost like it's like a bard of the group. You know what I mean? Because like, what's it called? If we look at like Fairy Tail, for example, like that Smoker, I think he also was called Smoker or something like that in that universe.
Oh, Mystigan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the musician is going to be something like designed like that,
where he just has like 7 freaking musical items like just strapped to his back at all times.
I don't know, or something like that. But like, I hope his abilities, because I'm assuming he's going to have abilities. I'm assuming. But like, I just hope it's like something like he has like a cool character design that explains how he uses music in his
and his
design.
Fighting
like
style.
Sanji, his fighting style revolves around his feet because he doesn't like hurting his hands, even though he's putting his hands in the dirt. Kind of counterintuitive, but you get the point where like each character's like has a weird interesting design based off of their
their trait.
Personality. Like Chopper, like he takes pills to get stronger to fight, and he's a doctor. So it's like it'll be interesting to see when the musician of the group pops in, and then seeing how fucking crazy they're going to be in perspective. I'm really interested to see that.
To give you a question here, based on that information that you currently have, how do you believe Nami would fight?
Ooh.
With the bow staff?
Okay. Expand. I'll tell you that, yes, you're right. She's going to use a bow staff. But do you feel like if you had to guess that she gets an additional quirk, like a thingy, kind of like how Usopp uses a slingshot, maybe she expands on her tool a little bit, what would you guess?
Something to do with stealing.
Okay. That's a reasonable answer.
She's got sleight of hand pro.
She gets the steel.
She
She gets the steel fruit. She gets Konosuba's steel. She's gonna start stealing every girl's panties.
Start stealing panties everywhere.
Honestly, I
No, that's
with
the one
her
Sanji gets.
With her current design, I can't personally find any like hints to see like what she's gonna expand into, because right now she's just the navigators, the
I think we leave that there. It sounded like Brendan was going to expand on something. I feel like we should just leave it.
No, I was just going to say I want to leave you with that because I will promise you there is going to be a gimmick. I won't say gimmick.
I don't see her being a musician, if that's what you're asking.
You are pretty close with your little theory there that they're based on their characters.
I guess the only thing, and now I think about it, the only thing I can think of is just like she's going to get something dealing with navigation because she's already developing super sense to the Grand Line.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how that's going to relate to her fighting style, but it's like a baby step to it. I think I have a feeling that her hypersensitivity senses wise to the Grand Line are going to be a fighting power somehow.
I feel that.
That's my thought.
I think that's a very reasonable guess.
I feel like her abilities are going to be a slow burn to getting on. It's not going to be like when I was like, oh, look at me, I have bow staff that knocks you into Team Rocket mode.
Would you believe me, Devin, if I told you that at some point Nami is probably the most overpowered of all of them?
She has potential, right? But,
Nope.
It's there.
No.
All right. Now, before we got into the quotes here, because I feel like that's where we're heading next. The next week's episodes are going to be 98 to 100 because I forgot to tell them last week and I believe the week before in Chopper's movie. So I haven't been keeping up with that. It goes over your head. And also by now the redux should be up. We redid the first podcast episode. Go check that out. It's it's a thing. I kind of feel bad for whoever listens to it their first time because they're gonna be like, man, this is what it's always like.
I mean, we did lay it out though that
we did, but it's jarring.
It is a little jarring.
Yes.
The difference is stark. And if you're a homie who's made it this far after not having seen the original episode 1 and then still making it this far, yo, bless up.
You're the MVP.
If you know what the original first step was, you the real trooper.
I don't know what, how you did that. You did that. I'm proud of you.
We're all proud of you guys.
You watched that whole thing and said, you know what? Let's watch the next episode. Let's
I can keep going.
That's that future little Geordie who like sits on that subway train in the morning who like finds this one podcast group he really likes and he's like, I'm gonna stick with you. And then 3 years later they've blown up, they've gone big, and then they forgot their roots.
and then the next year they all break up because of creative differences. One goes off to form their own podcast, the other sticks around and slowly withers away with the rest of them for about a year to a year and a half.
Me and Dylan are two-man this right now. Let's go over these quotes. Anybody got some?
I got one and it's really dumb.
Lay it on.
Pervy camel.
Pervert camel.
The camel showed up and was like, hey, I can be useful. And then it was outed that he's also only into women. But at that point, Nami didn't care because she didn't have to walk anymore. Vivi was down to walk. She was like, I can keep going. Let one of the others hop on. And Nami like looked her dead in the face and went, get on the fucking camel right now.
At the end of, or towards the end of the last episode, Usopp and Luffy are fucking fighting. Or Luffy says that he finds a shrimp in the desert.
I found a shrimp! You sure it's a shrimp? That's neat!
But shrimp don't live in a desert.
Look!
I stand corrected. It's a desert shrimp.
Looks yummy.
As they're holding up a fucking scorpion. These idiots, dude.
So I have when they all one-shot the giant lizard. Before Ace takes care of his, Nami goes to Ace and says, when they're fighting monsters, you almost feel pity for them. And then like literally 30 seconds later, Ace fucking roasts alive this one other lizard. My second quote is when the first giant lizard is coming towards them, and everyone's just kind of like looking on in awe, and Vivi goes, no, it couldn't be. And like clearly she's concerned with the thing that's behind Luffy and the camel. And Nami goes,
Huh? Why is he on a camel?
Nami's out here asking the real questions.
So let's move on to this golden ham.
I already spoke my piece. I'll say it again. Vivi. Vivi's mine.
Never.
All right.
Nope.
Then what is your counter?
Who's your candidate then?
Ace.
I initially said Ace just for general badassery in these episodes.
So Ace.
I am the loser then.
Everybody point and laugh. Gather your things. The boat leaves in 20 minutes.
Damn.
You're tonight's biggest loser.
That's it, right? We're done.
Good night.
All right, we good?
Bye.
Let's stop.